Hello everyone and welcome to a new video in our IFS Cloud video series. Today we continue with another technical video training based on document management, and more specifically we will look at object connection transformation logic that is possible to configure in IFS Cloud. You probably know already, IFS Cloud comes with a fully featured document management module where companies can really manage all their document sets. They can manage access control by different document classes. They can manage document revisions, approval flows. So basically you can attach pretty much any type of document to any type of record in IFS Cloud. But this video is not about document management, but I had to do like a short introduction that the document management module is available in IFS Cloud, because today we will see how is it possible to attach a document, let's say a technical drawing, to an inventory part, and then we want to have that document copied over in the shop order, in the production order, when we try to produce that specific inventory part, so that we don't have to upload 2 times the same drawing in IFS Cloud. So without further ado, let me go directly into the system. And basically here what we need to understand, if I go to inventory part page, is that, let me search for it quickly, inventory part. Yeah. So basically if we look at the inventory part, let me see, basically if I take this Cube Reaction Pro that we've been playing around with, if I scroll all the way to the bottom, I will have this attachments section. These attachment sections has various possibilities of different services that could be enabled. The basic one that we will use is the document, but other services might be available, like maps, like different approval flows, like different media items where you can load different pictures and so on. By default, this attachments panel is enabled in a few logical units, in a few pages, if you will, of IFS Cloud, but it's not always the case that this is enabled. So sometimes out of the box you may not be able to attach documents to a specific record, but in this case, for inventory part, this is enabled. Okay, once we attach a document here, we should also be able to see an increasing counter on this small attachment symbol. And also once we go to attachments, click on it, it will take us to the bottom of the page. Now I want to show you, in case you want to enable adding attachments to a specific page, what you need to do if this attachments panel is not enabled by default. So therefore we need to go to a page that's called Object Connections. It's a menu in the solution manager, so we need to come here to Object Connections. Let me open in a new tab, and then I will jump to that tab. Let's see when the page loads. And basically from here, from this page, you can tell IFS, I already did a pre-search for inventory part and shop order, because basically in our flow we want to add an attachment in the inventory part, and that attachment should be copied to the shop order once we create a new shop order for producing a new bicycle, for example. And obviously I did a search for both the pages inventory part and shop order, and we can see here that the inventory part, this one is what's the service list that is enabled. As I was telling you, there are multiple services, and if we go to edit, we could see what are the different services available. We can have approval routing, we can have audits connected, or CAPAs, corrective and preventive actions. We can have call center cases, a lot of different services basically that we can link to every object record in IFS Cloud. But obviously what we want to make sure, one of the connected services that is linked and is active is the doc reference object. Yeah, this is this offers us the possibility to add document attachments to the inventory part in this case. Yeah? So this is already enabled. And when I look also in the shop order, if I select the shop order, I can already see also document reference object and media library are enabled. Yeah? So this means I should be able to set up this object connection transformation rule, and then the document will be copied in the shop order. The document from inventory part will be copied in the shop order. Yeah? So then I'm going back to my previous tab of the inventory part, and I will just go ahead and add a new document. Yeah? Once again, in case your document, your attachments pane is not available and you don't see documents over here, possibility to add a new document, most probably is because the logical unit you are working in was not enabled for document reference object service. No? But this is a simple setup that you can do at any point, then a simple refresh and you should see the possibility to attach documents in your page. Okay, so I will just add a new document. Basically here I want to add a new drawing, technical drawing. Let's say I have a document class drawing. So basically we can have different document classes to classify, categorize the information and also manage the access by the document class in case we have some sensitive information that we don't want anyone, all the people to see. Okay, let me just drag and drop something from my laptop. So I will just drag a picture that I saved online. That seems like a technical drawing for a bicycle. And I will say, okay. Yeah, and now you can see I have my document here. I can even preview it. Yeah, and you see this is like a technical drawing, which are the different parts from a product structure of a bicycle. No? And then what do we want to achieve? Basically, we want to achieve the fact that whenever we create a shop order, a production order, if you will, to produce this inventory part, the Cube Reaction Pro bicycle, we would want this attachment to be copied over into the shop order. So when people from the shop floor would work with the shop order, they could already see all the technical drawings in case they might need it as a, let's say, work instruction. No? So I can close my attachment panel. If I come up here, you will see already I have number 1 here. So this counter would increase and will show the number of documents that's assigned to attached to the specific inventory part. If I switch to the next part, I will see nothing here because I don't have any attachment. So it's really counting the attachments that are attached to the specific record. Okay. Then, one thing that we want to do in order to enable this object connection transformation, we would need to go to a screen that's called Object Connection Transformation. Let me open it in a new tab. And I would also need to open the shop order page just to see what is my entity. Yeah, you probably know how to find this out already, but in case you don't, I will show you step by step. Yeah, so basically we need to enable, if we go to the object connection transformations, here I already did a search for the shop order logical unit, but basically here we will need to create a new record in this page telling what's the target logical unit for which service name. Obviously in our case it would be document object reference. What's the source? In our case it would be inventory part. And then transformation method is just give the keys. So what's the common key between the inventory part and the shop order? Yeah? And obviously this would be the contract and the part number. Yeah? But first of all, we need to find out what are our logical unit names. So we go to debug page info. And here we can see our logical unit name for the source of the document is inventory part. And if we go to the shop order page, here we can see, if we go to debug page info, we could see the logical unit is shop ord. So now we have all the information available. Obviously, if we try to create a shop order, let's just try to create one for Cube Reaction Pro. Okay, lot size, I just want, let's say 10 bicycles, and I would save it. Okay, and now if I try to scroll all the way down, let me close this monitoring section. If I go to attachments, again, the attachments panel is available because I have set it up already in the object connections, with the documents and media library services. But as you see, we created a shop order for this part, but there's no attachments. So what we would expect here is that when we create a new shop order, it should copy over the existing attachments from the inventory part. So to do that, we go back to the other tab with object connection transformation, and we will just create a new record here. So target logical unit name, as we've seen, it's shop ord. Here you will see all the pages from IFS Cloud, so you can create all kind of object connection transformations. So you can decide to maintain all the documents in the master part or in the inventory part, and then just copy over to customer order line, purchase order line, shop order, wherever you are using the part. That's totally possible. So the target logical unit is shop order, the service name is document reference object. As you see, if I go to the shop order page, here I only have two services enabled, documents and media. And if we go to object connections, here we can see only document reference object and media library. So it's crystal clear that we can only select from the available services which were enabled for that logical unit for that page. So I will just select document reference object. Source logical unit, we've seen its inventory part. Inventory part, editable. This is very important. If we want the document to be read only in the shop order, then we can put none. If we want the document to be editable, we can put target here. And if we set that it's editable in target, that means also new documents could be added to the shop order record. So it will copy everything from the inventory part, but also new objects, new documents could be attached to the individual shop order. And we could say save at this point, and we need to we get an assistant. If we want to edit the transformation, the system already found out the key in the source logical unit is contract, which is basically the site and the part number. And for the target logical unit, we can use the same. We have both columns here, contract and part number. This is an easy transformation. But these transformations you can even create if in the target logical unit you don't have the source columns, the columns from the source. You can create them as custom fields. If you have any way of getting that information in the target logical unit, you can create custom fields, and then you can do this object connection transformation logic based on the custom fields. And that's totally possible and doable. So I will just press OK. Okay, and here I can see that I have a new object connection transformation. I can edit it and put it as active and save it. And now we can see here, this is not system defined. It was created by myself with a date, but it's nevertheless active. So we can even go ahead and test it. If I go into the shop order and do a refresh, you see already it copied the document that was attached, And I have the possibility to add new documents, because remember, in the object connection transformation I said that the documents are editable in the target, so this means I can add new documents. Yeah? And obviously from here I can go to edit the document, revision, yeah, start an approval flow if I want to use all that good functionality from the document management. But again, this video is not about using the document management functionality, is about showing you how you can copy across different attachments, different documents from one logical unit to the other. Let's also try to create a new shop order from scratch for the same part, obviously, just to see that the document gets copied again. Let's say it's one piece, save. Save. We will get a warning again that we have no routing operation for this part. That's fine. We don't care at this point. And if I scroll down, you will see that we have the document that we have attached in the inventory part. It's also attached in the shop order. No? And we also have the attachment pin here. If I go for 1 second in the edit document, I just want to show you the object connection also from the document revision. So now we are going in the, no, I just want to edit document. No, detail, sorry. I need to go to the detail, and in the detail I should be able to see a new page opening up with document revisions. Yeah, so I have the document revision. Just a second until the screen loads. Yeah, and again, I won't cover all the functionality that is available in document management. That would be the purpose of another video, but I just want to show you the objects. Yeah, so here we can see that this is linked to the inventory part. Yeah, and we can see what's the site and what's the name of the inventory part number. Yeah. So still, if we go back, we can still see this as also connected to the shop order. Yeah, but the initial connection, the original connection, is with the inventory parts, with the inventory part, and basically we just have a copy of that document in the shop order. Yeah? So we did not create two documents. It's the same document, but it's copied across different records of IFS Cloud according to the object connection transformation rule. Yeah? So I hope it was easy for you to understand how easy is to configure such an object connection transformation, especially if you have the same keys between the different, if you have the same columns available in the source and in the target page, then it's quite easy. If you don't have the same columns that you can uniquely identify a shop order based on an inventory part, then you would have to create some custom attributes in the shop order or in your target logical unit so that you can make this connection, one-to-one connection with the source. I hope you enjoyed it and have a great rest of the day. Bye.